sprinklers messing up the noise in the background. The all-new 2019 Chevrolet Premier. I've had this vehicle as a press car for Welcome to Drive 615. My name is Byron Glover Jr. For those of you that are new to the channel, Drive 615 is an automotive YouTube channel based in Nashville, Tennessee, where we aim to bring you interesting automotive content as well as informative automotive reviews. Today's automotive review is the 2019 Chevrolet Blazer Premier. I've had this vehicle as a press car from Chevrolet for the past week. I've been able to put a couple hundred miles on it, really get to know it inside and out, and I'm going to share with you my experiences of the things that I love about the vehicle and the things that I'm not so fond of either. So one thing I did love about this vehicle, maybe it's the egotistical side of me, but I did like the attention. You know, this was a very polarizing vehicle with regards to people's opinion on it. Some people loved it, some people hated it. You know, Chevrolet last made the Blazer back in 2005, so the diehard Chevy fans definitely had their opinion on it. Some of them really think they, you know, hit it out of the park with this vehicle. Some people think they kind of missed the mark. And then on the whole other side of the spectrum, people that had never seen it before or weren't really familiar with the previous Blazer really appreciated seeing it in person, you know, getting a nice look at it. They'd seen it on TV or TV ads, but they'd never seen it in person. There's a few different trim levels on the Blazer. We've got the base Blazer, the sportier Blazer RS, and then the more luxurious Blazer Premier that we're in today. With more luxury comes a little bit more price. We're sitting at $49,290 as this car sits today. We're in the Tour mode right now with the two-wheel drive capabilities. We've also got the all-wheel drive mode. We've got sport mode. We'll do a little pull here. Not crazy fast, 308 horsepower, 270 pound-foot of torque coming out of this V6. The type of person that's buying this vehicle isn't necessarily buying it for speed. They're not going to the racetrack on the weekend or the drag strip. They're more about, you know, practicality, loading up the family, loading up the gear, going on a road trip, cruising around town. That's what this vehicle is best at. We've also got off-road mode, and finally, tow and haul mode. A lot of practicality, a lot of flexibility with this crossover SUV. So another thing that I don't necessarily love about this vehicle, this is not specific to the Blazer, but I've noticed it's very prominent in this car. The technical term for it is called the Helmholtz effect, but most people know it as a thumping whenever you have your window down. So if you just have one window down in this vehicle, you get it pretty loud. It sounds like a helicopter out your left window. And I think it's just due to the aerodynamics or the way that, you know, the window is shaped in this vehicle. It's most noticeable though when you open up the sunroof. If you don't have any of the windows down and you have the sunroof open, it is bad. It's like we've got a helicopter flying over above us. So again, that's not specific to this vehicle, but I just have noticed that it's very prevalent given the way that this vehicle is shaped and the aerodynamic features of it. Here's our point of view behind the wheel of the Blazer. Let's fire it up and let you guys take a look at all of our interior features. So as you can see there in the center, we have a digital display for the speedometer. And on the right and left of that, we have analog. So it's kind of a nice blend between new and old. As far as the steering wheel goes, fairly simple here. We have our cruise control cluster, heated steering wheel. Here you can answer and pick up the phone. A scroll dial here that allows you to scroll through different settings of what you see here on this digital cluster. Here's your tire pressure, air filter life, a timer if you want to time some 0 to 60 or some road trip times. It's just a simple speedometer and miles per hour reading, and then your trip calculations, fuel range, and finally your oil life. One thing to note here is that these buttons up and down actually don't push in. They're simply just arrows. You roll up and down by scrolling on this wheel. The left and right, however, do work. And that would be if you want to reset any of your trips or any of your other information as well. With regards to volume adjustment, it is not on the front of the steering wheel, it's actually on the back where paddle shifts are kind of mounted on some vehicles. It does not dictate what it is, just simply 2 black buttons up and down. And now you know that's for volume. I didn't know initially, so I had to kind of test it out. And on the left side, that is going to be for your preset of your radio station. So here on our 8-inch color touchscreen, we have music settings, phone settings, navigation settings, and finally our climate control. We've also got 4G LTE capabilities. This particular model is equipped with the Sun and Wheels package. So the Sun package gives you a sunroof with power panoramic tilt sliding with power sunshade. So we go ahead and open up the sunshade here. It gives you a lot of natural light. It really opens up all the way. A lot of these sunshades sometimes only go to a certain point. This fully gives you access. And then when you open up the actual sunroof itself, first it tilts up, of course, and then you go back through here. And it goes back to this halfway point. You can't close that halfway, so you just have the back portion covered. One thing I don't like is the small indicator buttons here whenever you turn on the air conditioner. These tiny little buttons through here illuminate. And I feel like that's just not enough indication. And same with the heated and cooled seats. Just these 3 little buttons right here are what indicates the setting of the heated seat. I feel like if there were glare or you didn't have a great vision, it might be kind of tough to see what setting it's on. I do, however, love these huge air vents. It's very intuitive to turn up the heat or turn it down. You simply crank left or crank right. So pretty simple through there. We'll open up this and see what we have inside here. We have good access, pretty deep space here on this center console. We got a 12-volt outlet right there, a USB, another lightning cable, and then an SD card reader for you right there as well. I do like the lightning USB-C as well as the USB port right there. I do wonder, however, how this would look if this were a covered port versus just being exposed out here in the open. I think it's great that it's there, but it might look a little bit cleaner if this were covered up. I do like the automatic drop down of the glove box. However, it'd be nice if it automatically shut as well. I think it's great that it automatically pops down. Obviously, it makes sense. That way, when you're driving, you're not trying to, fumble to get a handle, but it would just really be nice if you could simply push that and have it go back up versus having to manually shut it yourself. The interior color of this vehicle is jet black and maple sugar. Take a look through here. Nice details. See on this passenger side seat right through here, we have a nice little tricolor of white, maroon, gray, and white again. We've got little insets here of kind of a suede plush type material inside the perforated leather. We have that same detail over here as well up on the passenger side dash. Tiny little feature, but something unique that kind of ties in this vehicle nicely. And then on the steering wheel, we've got our maple sugar stitching. Another thing I love is the front grille. Very in your face, very aggressive, very Camaro-esque. Almost, dare I say, a little bit like the Lamborghini Urus. I'll throw up a photo here of the two side by side. Does have some styling cues from that. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like it does look a little bit like it, at least from the front end. So to give you a full walk around of the vehicle, this particular spec is graphite metallic. We've got the 21-inch pearl nickel aluminum wheels. Again, as we can come around the front here, you can see that it has a very Camaro-esque type front grille, obviously with the distinct bow tie design. Come around here, we do have that high belt line and that floating roof. As far as cargo space goes, with the second row seats up, you've got 30.5 cubic feet of space. It doubles when you put down this second row. It gives you 64.2 cubic feet of space. So we'll do that right now. We'll go ahead and set down the second row seats, let you guys get a good look. So to put the second row seats down, you're gonna simply pull up here on this lever. They'll fold right down, easy as that. We'll do the same here on the passenger side. Simply pull up here on this handle. There you have it. This is the full 64.2 cubic feet with our second row down. So one thing I do like about this vehicle, obviously I'm a tall guy, almost 6'6" tall. I always like to have a lot of headroom in the vehicle. This one in particular, from the front seat at least, gives me nice room for my legs, nice amount of headroom here. Now if I were a passenger in this vehicle though, not the best. So I'm kind of cramped, honestly. I could sit in the middle. At that point my legs are kind of squished and my head is pretty much just pushing up here into this retractable part of the sunroof. So if you're a tall guy, maybe over 6'3", you might have trouble fitting in the rear. You'll have no problem sitting in the front of the vehicle though. One thing I really do love, you can see here, the Chevy bow tie is illuminated coming right here out of the back hatch. I love this feature. We've got this little adjustable cargo compartment here. You just push in, slide back like that. It needs to be slid all the way back in order for you to open up this, revealing the full-size spare tire and jack. We've got an automatic soft close of the boot right through there. Comment down below what your thoughts are. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you have any questions about it? I'm happy to answer anything in the comment section below. Thanks again for tuning into this review. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where do you think you're going? I noticed you haven't subscribed yet. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell. And then I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.